Yo, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. I have another player review for you, and that is on none other than Sergio Ramos. His team of the group stage card looks good, 90 rated card, looks really nice. We're going to do, as always, a live game and then show you the highlights that I did manage to get with this Sergio Ramos. What we're going to be doing is a FUT Champions game. I've played 5 games with this Sergio Ramos card, 5 wins, so we're doing really nice. He looks fantastic. So before we get into it, if you enjoy it, smash like down below and subscribe for a lot more FIFA 20 content. There are a lot of cards that I want to review, potentially Sterling soon. I was going to do Martinez, but he had 1 goal in 12 games for me. Yeah, that's my opinion on him. I saw a few other reviews and I thought they rate him really highly. Maybe it was just me. He wasn't my type of card. But this Sergio Ramos is, I paid 304,000 coins for him. He goes for around 350 PS4, 300 on the Xbox and 360 on the PC. As for the upgrade from his base card, well, it's not the biggest of upgrades really. +1 to the pace, +2 to the shooting, +1 passing, +2 dribbling, +1 defending and +2 physical. So it's not that crazy. His regular card comes in at 100,000 coins, so is this card worth 3 times that? As for the stats that really are quite fantastic, to be honest, heading accuracy 93, aggression 92, jumping 95, strength 87, sliding tackle 91, standing tackle 88. These are just some crazy cards, and the best ones I think for what makes Ramos's card so good for a centre back. 84 long passing, that's better than my Cam's passing. 81 short passing, 86 composure, 89 reactions, 85 ball control for a centre back. So it's really surprising. 3-star, right footed, 6 foot. So he's not going to be the tallest guy in the world. One thing to note is Ramos is medium defensive work rate, high attacking. So his positioning is up and down the pitch, but I didn't really find too much of a problem with that. It was very good, I did think. But we'll talk about more of that in the post-game highlights. What I had on Ramos was an anchor, but I looked on FUTBin, I was thinking he needs that extra bit of pace. So what we're going to do for the live game is actually put a shadow on the card, boost him up to 90 acceleration, 81 sprint speed. So then I think he will be that complete centre-back that I've been looking for. I've been using PK and Varane. I've put in Ramos next to Varane because I think Varane is my favourite defender on this game. Ramos, though, he is pushing into my favourite defenders in this game. So what we're going to do is get into that FUT Champions game, see if we can get the win, talk about Ramos, how he plays in game. Let's get into it. So here we go then, into the FUT Champions game, and what sort of team are we coming up against? We're coming up against David Villa, Butragueno, Kaká. He's got that Nedved, De Jong, Jesus Navas. Really nice team. He hasn't got a Varane. He's got that ter Stegen though. That ter Stegen, team of the group stage ter Stegen. Can ter Stegen be any better? We will soon find out. Let's get into it. I was keeping quiet. It's FUT Champions. We've actually managed to score in the first 2 minutes. Really nice goal from Neymar. He is quickly becoming one of my favourite players to use in FIFA 20. So good. So Ramos's free kicks. I probably won't take one, but we'll have a look at his stats. 72 free kick accuracy is not bad at all. I think we'll take it with Carlos though, just because he's my designated free kick taker. See if we can get that dipping effect on the free kicks. It's not about you, Carlos, but ter Stegen. What a save. The man is cracked even more. And let's try and get that classic corner goal that we like in reviews. We'll swing it into Ramos. He's not the tallest, only 6 foot. Can't really get his head to it. Varane took it off him, but I've noticed in some games before, he doesn't really attack the ball too much from corners. So that's just one thing to look out for. He's not like a PK. He doesn't really attack the ball from corners too much, which is quite surprising. I think that must come down to him only being 6 foot. He could get called into action here. Up against Butragueno, one of the best dribblers. He's been brushed off the ball by Kaká. That's one thing I've noticed. He is surprisingly weak. Brushed off the ball by Kaká. He's very quick to sort of get in the right position, but he was brushed off a little bit there. So that's a little bit of a worry. He's not the strongest. I think PK does feel considerably stronger. Wow. What a goal from David Villa. I gave him way too much space with Varane. David Villa, I just didn't expect that finish at all. Finesse shots just don't seem to work. So I was thinking, yeah, go ahead, take the finesse shot. He takes the finesse shot, he scores. So bad from me there. Not the best of defending, I just gave him way too much space. He's very aggressive. I know I pulled him out of position there, but he's always sort of looking to get in front of the ball, and he's done very nicely against Butragueno, who is very quick and also very agile. Come on, Ramos, bail me out. Couldn't really get close to Kaká there. I think I'm a okay defender, but yeah, I think Ter Stegen, no, didn't touch it, but I couldn't really manoeuvre him too well, which is quite surprising. Ramos across. He's done well, but he's given them the ball back. Come on, Ramos. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. He wins the first one, gets away from him due to the EA cheese. We win it back. Wow. Socrates, man. You have to be scoring that. He's watching Butragueno. Can he stop the cutback? He didn't really do the best he could have done. I think the difference between this Ramos and like a Van Dijk is he would have stuck his foot out there. He would have put his body on the line to stop that from going in. Really poor from me there, but Ramos, I mean, I am expected to control the player, but sometimes it feels like when you've got the real top tier cards that they do quite a lot for you. That's what I feel like whenever I use Van Dijk. He does a lot of the blocks for you, and Ramos isn't really doing that for now. Half time then, we got off to a great start, first goal, and then ever since then it's gone downhill really. It feels like a bit of a blip for Ramos this game because I've won 5 in a row. I feel like he's been defending really, really well, but a few moments where he sort of just looked a bit out of it. He's lost concentration or he's been bullied off the ball. Kind of disappointing, but yeah, I feel like he's a really, really good card. It's just that first half. Hopefully we can turn around in the second. That man Haaland, he is absolutely fantastic. If you need goals, pick him up. I cannot believe he's only 30,000 coins. He's so clinical. I absolutely love him. I always bring him on in FUT Champions now. Check out the card. Nice, Ramos, good interception. That's what we want. We want just a quick mobile Ramos. No stupid mistakes, no being brushed off the ball. I just want him to cut the passing lanes, really. And that from Varane is what separates Varane, I think, from the other centre-backs. His pace. And then there's no way that guy pressed anything there. I do believe that the AI just did that slide tackle for him. But I think for, what is he, 150,000 coins, it's fantastic for Varane. Yes, Ramos. He stopped the EA cheese there, as did Varane. It nearly fell to him. But Varane got in the perfect spot to stop what was going to be a goal, I do believe. Really, really good defending. Much better. Look at that. Fantastic. Get the block. No, Ramos. Ramos just stopped the turn. There we go. And the good thing about Ramos, really, really nice thing about Ramos, as I give the ball away, is that if you find he's in a midfield position, you can trust his passing. Like I said at the intro, you can trust his passing, and I just need to concentrate for this game. I need to win. No. What a save to Stegen. See, the regular one can do crazy things too. Kind of bad defending with me. I don't know if I'm focusing too much on trying to do this review on Ramos. But yeah, it's hard to review defenders. You really try and analyse them whilst playing. And I just need to get this win, to be honest. Ramos was beat to the ball. No, no, not like this here. No, no, no. He was beat to the ball there. Really poor defending. Haaland's through though. Come on, Haaland. Wrap this up for me as he should have just done. Can we get it across? I don't know why he's done a back heel. Socrates, let's go. This game, man, this game is just mind-blowing. He should have just scored. I think we've just scored the winner. And you can say Sergio Ramos has been pretty poor this game. Really surprising. He's not had his best game. Not the best game to highlight, but I think it's good. It's honest. Lovely skill there by Socrates, just to dribble by. Hopefully we can see out this kickoff, but really, really nice play. So there we go then. We get the win, 3-2. That was a dramatic game. Really enjoyed it, to be honest. It was good fun. Ramos did alright for us. We'll see what his stats were in game. So tackles 1, 2 out of 3, more than Varane, so it's pretty decent. He felt good. He felt good. 4 out of 4 dribbles, 5 out of 5 passes completed. Nothing crazy, but you're not really expecting too much from your defenders. It's hard to really highlight defenders, but he showed a few of his downfalls in this game. Few of the moments where he seemed to lose concentration, seemed to lose the attacker. Maybe that comes down to the work rates. The positioning is really high, so I don't think it's that. But he's conceded as many goals in this game as he has in his last 5. So 6 out of 6 wins for Ramos. Shows he's a top player. What we'll do now is we'll actually get into the highlights. One thing we'll do before is actually check how many saves ter Stegen had. So he only made 4 saves compared to mine. Ter Stegen that made 5. So it was an equal game. Very, very equal. What we'll do now is we'll get into the highlights that we did manage to get with Sergio Ramos. And I will talk about how he's played for me in FUT Champions. So here we go then into the highlights that we did manage to get with this 90 rated Sergio Ramos card. We're going to get started with the positives of this card. So for me, I felt like when I put the shadow card on, his pace was really, really nice. He was able to keep up with a lot of attackers. I don't think he'll be one such as where Varane can really sprint and catch up to your opponent's attackers, but he's able to maintain sort of a distance between them. Maybe not make the crucial tackle in the end, but he's able to keep close to them. That's really all I can say about his pace. It's not electric. One of the best things about this Ramos card has to be his passing. 84 long pass, 81 short pass is really enjoyable to use. If you find that he pulls out into a CDM position, as he often does, he's really comfortable on the ball. So you don't have to worry about whether he can pass out, because you can be really comfortable in what he's going to do. He can look after the ball really, really nicely. What also comes well with that is maneuverability of this card. He moves really, really nice. I think everyone knows Ramos is not the conventional centre-back. He is very, I don't know how to say, he's really easy to manoeuvre. That's as easy as I can put it. He's just really agile for a centre-back, and I think it's really nice. I think this guy's a CDM could be fantastic. Stamina 81 is great. Aggression 92. That can play into the negatives, but overall it is a nice little addition to have. Stand tackle is really good. Sliding tackle is very nice. And interceptions, everyone knows FIFA 20. It's all about the interceptions. It's just exactly what you need. Block the passes off. I think that he does that perfectly. So they are going to be the positives. One more would be the links. Spanish, Real Madrid, La Liga. You can link him with ter Stegen, Varane, Piqué. That Piqué and Ramos combination, I think I might have to try it. I think that could be really, really nice duo. As for the downsides for this card, I would say the work rates. The work rates with him being high attacking does cause him to be out of position quite a lot. Seems like he swaps sides with Varane quite often too. I think that comes down to his work rates. They're just so almost trying to fill in for each other. He doesn't really have that presence in the box either to really jump up and win you a goal from nothing. I feel like Piqué has that just because he's a bit taller than Ramos, but Ramos coming in at 6 foot, it does mean that he's not really going to be the aerial presence from your own corners. But defending, he's solid. He's good at heading the ball away. Height, as I just said, that's just one of the main cons, only being 6 foot. It doesn't really matter too much on FIFA 20, but it's still relevant. And last but not least, lapses of concentration. Sounds weird for a video game, right? But this Ramos, I think it comes down to his work rates, his aggression. Sometimes he gets away from the opponent's attackers, forgets that he should be defending, and just falls asleep, it seems like sometimes. But overall, he is a fantastic card. Really, really did enjoy it. Would I pay for this 300,000 coins over the regular Ramos, which is 100,000 coins? No, I would not. I would not do that. I don't think it's a sensible decision. I think I will replace this Ramos for the regular Ramos. Do I think he's better than Piqué? This is probably a question that you are wondering. Yes, I do believe he's better than Piqué. I feel like he's more manoeuvrable than Piqué. Piqué is bigger, he's stronger, but I think Piqué is harder to use than this Ramos. I think if you gave 10 people this Ramos, more people would like Ramos than Piqué. So as a generalisation, I think you will enjoy Ramos more than Piqué. Is he better than Varane? Not in my opinion. Varane is my favourite centre-back on this game. As for an overall rating, I'm going to give Ramos a rating of a 9.1. 9.1 for Ramos. I think he's really, really good. But guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. If you did enjoy, smash a like down below and subscribe for a lot more FIFA 20 content. Thank you for all of the support lately. I'll see you later.